All right, and welcome to the battlefield here in Kershaw, South Carolina. See Andrew Jackson take on the Chesterfield Golden Rams. I am TJ Armbrust, joined tonight with Fletcher Armbrust, and we are getting ready for another night of Friday Night Lights. We are excited to see the 3-3 Andrew Jackson, 1-0 in the region, taking on Chesterfield. Chesterfield sits at 1-5, 0-1 in the region. Fletcher, what are you expecting from tonight's ball game?
An AJ victory.
Okay, why is that?
I think they have a really good running game that I don't really feel like Chesterfield will be able to stop.
Okay. Look at Chesterfield. They already fell over, taking out the sign, running through the sign. Here comes Andrew Jackson. Nobody fell coming through that sign.
It's not over yet.
It's not over yet. So we're excited to see another night of football. Andrew Jackson last week beat Cheraw at Cheraw 21-17, and Chesterfield was on the losing end against North Central 52-28. Talking about the region standings, Fletcher, where are the region standings so far?
AJ, Central, and North Central are 1-0. Cheraw, Buford, and Chesterfield are 0-1.
All right, and who should we be looking for AJ tonight?
Well, Brady Williams, quarterback, has 711 passing yards and 7 touchdowns. Trey Thompson has 977 yards, about 6.6 yards per carry. He's 4 touchdowns.
So he's 23 yards from a 1,000-yard season tonight.
Yep. Demias Seegers has 232 yards, 8.9 yards per carry, 2 touchdowns. Notable receivers is Banks Helms, 152 yards, 2 touchdowns. Isaac Blackman Wilson with 260 yards, 2 touchdowns, and Bryce Peterson with 120 yards.
All right, so it should be a good ball game. Hopefully this defense from Andrew Jackson will show up tonight. Early in the season, that was something they were really working on, and seems like it's starting to shore up for them now that we're in region play. That's something that's going to be big for them going through, and obviously a good big healthy dose of Trey Thompson. This ball is kicked off and looks like it's going to bounce into the end zone for a touchback, and Chesterfield will start with the ball on their own 20-yard line. Don't know much about the Chesterfield. I know we have a few things I think from them. No, we don't. I didn't get it. Forgot that piece of paper. But we could look for their quarterback is Bryce Adams. Running back Will Gordon and Aiden Short, and they like to go to Quavius Clark, the wide receiver, most of the time. It seems like he's the only one they really get the ball to. So Adams in the backfield, already a whistle, sending somebody off. First play of the game. Send the right guard off. They can bring him back out if they call a timeout, which they're not going to do. Looks like that's number 2, Quavius Clark, taking that snap. He's going to run it right away, and tackled by 3 different volunteers. Brings up a 2nd down and 5. And so, not sure if their quarterback may be one that we're used to seeing not playing. Quavius Clark, the wide receiver, is running the Wildcat and inching his way forward close to the 29-yard line, which is about a yard, maybe 2 yards short of that first down for Chesterfield. Bring up 3rd down and short. What do you think they're doing here? I think they're running it.
It's a good thought.
Same place, same run, and he gets to the outside and out of bounds at the 40. Pickup of 12 on the play. First down for Chesterfield.
So, yeah, I'm not sure if their quarterback is injured or something.
But they're running that Wildcat, sticking with it. I think we're going to see a lot of running tonight from Chesterfield. This defense has got to really step up, get something happen. Oh, who was that in the middle? That was a big body. Was that Fair? Jace?
Yep. Jace Fair.
Good tackle. He got him in the backfield, drove him backwards. Bring up a 2nd down and 12. Now they got number 11, Aiden Short. He's backup running back there. He's going to take a turn running it in the Wildcat. He's going to pick up about 5 yards.
Yeah, when I see this happening, there's one game for me that comes to mind that I've seen, the Broncos versus Saints, when all the quarterbacks were out, and it was very rough. So
yeah. It was wide receiver playing quarterback and basically ran the ball every single time. It was not a good game for those Broncos, was it?
No. So
they're running this one again straight up the middle, and he's going to get tackled short.
this running game seems to be working pretty well.
It is. They got some big guys up front for Chesterfield, which helps open up some of those, or at least pushes some of those other guys back. So it's going to bring up a 4th down and 4. Ball sitting at about the 47-yard line.
So based on how the success of the run game I've had, I would personally go for it. You're in good enough field position where I feel like it's worth it for me. What would
Coach
you do?
is over there talking to a long time to somebody, and everybody's looking to the sideline. They're going to have to call a timeout, and that's what they do. Take this time, mention our underwriters.
Founders Federal Credit Union, City of Lancaster, Craig Farm Historic Preservation Foundation, Comporium Communication, Kershaw House of Pizza, and Lancaster County Natural Gas Authority.
And special shout out to Kershaw House of Pizza tonight for another great job feeding our crew. Special thanks goes out to them, Alan and Christina Sims, and the great job that they and their staff do. We appreciate that. You should check them out on Facebook. They got their menus on there. I know they got wing specials on Saturdays for your football watching on College Football Day, and also got throughout the week some great things happening for you guys. Got to check them all out on their Facebook page. Just go on Facebook and search Kershaw House of Pizza. So my bet here is that Chesterfield's going to run it. You with me?
Yep, I'm with you.
It looks like number 11 trotting back. Oh, I see number 7, the quarterback that we're used to seeing. The sophomore, Bryce Adams, who's got most of their passing yards. See, and if they're going to pass it, they like to throw to Clark. Officials aren't playing. They're making people come off the field.
It's like Banks Helms is deep in case they decide
Adams
to punt it.
Throws the short ball, and that ball falls incomplete, and AJ offense will take over on downs.
Yep,
So good-looking defensive stop.
Yep, that was indeed a pass to Clark. So I'm not sure why Adams wasn't in. Maybe they don't fully trust their passing game.
Or they just put him maybe in for passing downs, and they like to run the ball in the Wildcat the rest of the time, which is fine if you got a quarterback. And he's a young guy, a sophomore, so maybe they just don't feel he's ready for all 4 downs, or maybe he, I don't know. We don't have a really explanation. We're just hypothetically speaking here. All right, our first look at the Andrew Jackson offense. Brady Williams back there. Got Trey with him. He fakes it, and this play is called dead. Usually that's a movement.
False start.
Back him up 5, not the way you want to start on offense. Think they changed it up. They were going to throw the ball. I think they're going to run it this time.
Yeah, I think they were trying to catch the defense off guard maybe.
Nope. Same play. They throw it up deep. They got
He's
2 guys
open.
out there.
Looked like he could have gotten there.
There were 2 Vols there and 1 Ram, and nobody went for the ball. Yeah, I think you're right. It looked like
Peterson.
Yeah, may have had a chance. Maybe he just misjudged it, or it's hard to tell from the sideline anyway. This ball goes, incomplete to Helms.
That'll bring up 3rd and long.
You think they run it here? I do. I think they're going to run it. I think you're in.
I think
you're in 4-down territory. I think you go for 7 or 8 yards and try to get it again.
I think they will, but I personally don't think I would.
I think if you got a Trey Thompson and you've tried to throw it, they're thinking throw, and Trey's going to run it. But I'm wrong. Again, Brady throws it. He's got a man out there.
And it's caught.
And Isaac?
Yep, Isaac Blackman-Wilson. And that looked easy. He was wide open, just ran it right into the end zone.
See if we can see that again.
He was close to the line of scrimmage, but definitely wasn't past it. And
yeah, no, that was great. Throw and catch. Waited. Brady.
So
first
drive from the Volunteers that they didn't run the ball that I've seen
in a long time.
A long time.
Again, they're throwing somebody out. I think the wristbands is that what they're talking about? It must be. Yeah, it's the wristbands. They don't like them. Kick is up. And
it is good.
It is good. So Andrew Jackson up early here. 7-0. 8:19 to go. Yeah, that was a good-looking pass. Brady was on the run, and you're right. He had to watch himself not to pass the line of scrimmage. We got enough on that ball. Isaac was able to run under it, and kind of an easy touchdown for him. Really, he's got some speed.
Waltzed into the end zone.
So good start for Andrew Jackson, even though the first 3 plays or 2 plays, and one of them was penalty, so 3 plays, didn't look quite what you would want to start of a drive.
I felt that the first down play looked pretty good.
Yeah, it was open.
It was definitely open. It was definitely the right call. Just
the execution wasn't quite where it probably wanted it.
Right.
So Kurt Thomas Horton set to kick off. He also had the extra point.
Not to mention the second down play also, the catch should have been made too. So
this ball is taken short at about 15. Number 1.
Just falls down.
DeAndre Young with the return and made a educated decision to go down before he got clobbered. Probably a smart one. I definitely would if I was a player. I don't like getting hit by these guys. They run faster than me and hit harder. So Chesterfield will take over at the 23-yard line. Again, Aiden Short in the shotgun at quarterback. And he's going to run it. Gets to the outside. And he's got some space to run.
Steep.
They pull him down after he crosses the 50.
Yep, that was Gaddy with the tackle.
And AJ, I mean, the way they line up like that, you got to expect the run. You got to be, in your defensive ends, got to get upfield and not let him get outside. So first down for Chesterfield. And running again. Again, good little push. And gets stopped and pushed back, but I think he picked up a yard or 2. That's Jaquavius Clark, the wide receiver. Now, if they do come in passing situations, he catches almost all of the balls exclusively, so they're going to probably go to him if it's a passing situation, and we see Bryce Adams come onto the field. But other than that, looks like they're willing to run this Wildcat. I haven't seen, I think it's Will Gordon, who's been their top running back, senior running back, number 4. Haven't seen him in the game.
And can't get to the outside. Clark couldn't, and that was a
great tackle
by Herbert.
Yep. One of the captains tonight. Brings up a 3rd down and 8.
And they send on
their
Adams.
Passing unit.
Yep.
They have a running unit and a passing unit, looks like.
Whatever works. 2
Adams,
receivers to each side.
And now there's Will Gordon in the backfield. And looks like Andrew Jackson jumped off sides.
Make it 3rd and 3.
It's another tough penalty on Andrew Jackson. They started their offensive with 5 yards back, which you never want to do, and then you make this 3rd and long, a 3rd and short.
Yep, looks like they're bringing out the running unit.
I've never seen it quite like that, as obvious as it is here from like a passing unit and a running unit.
Yeah, but the thing be, a pass might be effective, you know.
Yeah, Aiden Short running it, and he's going to get pushed forward, and it's going to be
like
maybe a half yard short.
Calling for 4th down, so I'd still go for it with my running unit.
It's real half a yard. It's gonna. They're gonna try to get a big push. Aiden Short takes it, and he
definitely got it.
Yep, and then some.
Looked like one of the Volunteers had him in the backfield, but he was able to break the tackle. Oh, there's the flag.
Another penalty against Andrew Jackson. A personal foul of some sort.
Flag goes against the Volunteers. 1st down for the Rams.
Big penalty.
Yeah. Especially after you pick up the 1st down on 4th down, then you add 15 yards onto it down to the 20-yard line. Jaquavius Clark takes the snap. He's running to his left this time.
Stopped
tackled number 5.
Gandy.
JT Gandy. Excuse me, Jaquavius Clark, number 2. I'm sure I've been saying it wrong, so I apologize to anybody out there from Chesterfield. Clark carries it to the right side this time. He gets to the outside and out of bounds at about the 15, but picks up 5. Bring up a 3rd down. Third down and 4.
Yep, and this is where that bend don't break mentality takes over for the defense.
And we're trying to get to the outside again.
And nothing much.
Good job there. Was that Isaac Blackman Wilson came up from the outside there and stopped contain, made him cut back inside. Where
also saw Marshall Dees.
All the Volunteers were. He ran him into Marshall Dees. Good teamwork. That's the way it's done. 4:50 to go here. Still in the first quarter. So 4th down and 5 for Chesterfield. Again, looking to the sideline. Down to
like
10
they're gonna
seconds on
run
the
it.
shot clock. Shot clock. I'm ready for basketball season. On the play clock. And I think you're going to get another timeout
Yep.
here by Chesterfield. That'll be their second here early in the game. Mention our underwriters one more time.
Founders Federal Credit Union, City of Lancaster, Craig Farm Historic Preservation Foundation, Comporium Communication, Kershaw House of Pizza, and Lancaster County Natural Gas Authority.
And Craig Farm's one of our new underwriters. Their mission is to preserve the historic Craig House and the Craig Farm and promote historic preservation all throughout Lancaster County.
Seems pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah,
The
it is.
name.
So we're going to have a 4th down and 5. Chesterfield ball at the 15-yard line. They got to get right about to the 10. Fletcher, do you think they try to throw it this time, or you think they stick with the run game? Still early here.
I know what I would do personally. I would throw it just because the defense hasn't had a very good look at the throwing game. But I don't know. I feel like they're probably going to run it just based on the yards they've been picking up on most runs. But
Do they have a field goal kicker is my question. I wonder if they even attempt a field goal, which would be a
there's
32-yarder.
doesn't look like there's a designated kicker
Okay.
on the roster. But you never know. Sometimes teams
They,
don't
they
list
got
that.
the throwing unit out
Yeah,
there.
okay.
Bryce Adams, look for them. Find number 2. Guard him heavily. They throw it out there and incomplete. And offense again for Andrew Jackson will take
Another
over
stop.
on downs. Good job by this defense. Just what you said, the bend don't break mentality. Now, if Andrew Jackson doesn't run the ball at all here,
I will be very
I will be very surprised.
yes.
Two receivers are split to the left, the near side here, one to the far side. Helms in motion. Brady gives it to Trey, who gets run out of bounds at about the 23-yard line.
Bring up a 2nd and short.
Gain of about 8. As I said, folks, he's about 23 yards from 1,000. Now he's about you're gonna have to do
15.
Thank you, Fletcher. He's the math guy. I'm not the math guy. 15 yards from it. Trey gets it again. He cuts right back up front and gets
a first
down.
Yep.
Trey Thompson with the carry. Wallace on the stop for the Rams. Gotta be enough for a volunteer. First down.
So it looks like it's placed at about the 19.
No, the 20,
The 20?
26. Ooh, there he goes. Is
And
he going to
he's
run
got
away?
it.
I told him he's going to have to run away from somebody this week. He just went over 1,000,
Well over.
well over 1,000.
Yep.
I saw Trey on Tuesday, and I said, I'm tired of watching you run over people. I want to see you run away from somebody finally. Great run by Trey.
Yep, he just broke away. Wasn't touched very often or at all, I'm not sure.
I don't think he was touched.
Yeah. And the PAT is good by Horton.
So what a run there by Trey to
Yep.
put him over 1,000 yards. He ran away from somebody, which I've been telling all week. That's what you got to do. So awesome to see. 3 carries. Where'd they start this? At the 10-yard line, right? 3 carries, 90 yards? Yeah, they started. They took over at the 10. All right, well, 3 carries, 85 yards. You can correct me. It's all right. Also of note, there's a flag on this. That's his 5th touchdown of the season. I think Douglas Adams told me that he was going into this game 8 touchdowns shy of the all-time touchdown record. So that would make him now 7 touchdowns shy of the all-time touchdown record here at Andrew Jackson.
Yep, and based on that, I'd bet as long as he stays healthy, he'll break that record this year.
Oh, he better. He's not coming back next year. Deep kick taken at the 15. And good tackle, good pursuit tackle down to the 26-yard line. That was Will Gordon, I think, number 4 on the return. Northwestern on top of Indianland early. Lancaster on top of South Point early, 8-0. Buford and North Central still in a 0-0 tie. And Central and Cheraw also at a 0-0 tie.
And the score for Northwestern Indianland is Northwestern 14, Indianland 0.
Did I say that?
You just said Northwestern on top.
Oh, thank you. Back into the Wildcat for Chesterfield.
Got a flag. Delay of game. I guess they didn't want to use that timeout. They've only got 1 more left.
Yeah. And they still got a whole quarter to play. A whole quarter in 3 minutes. So now they got the ball at, what was that, the 22? Again, another run in the Wildcat.
Yep.
And they're just pushing forward. Looks like they picked up 2 or 3 of the yards that they lost.
The issue with the different formations is you'll know what to expect, you know?
Yeah.
I feel that's the biggest flaw with it.
So their passing group comes out. And they got some runners that can run from there too, so I wouldn't be surprised if they did run it from here. To spread them out, spread AJ out a little bit, which they do right here. Oh,
nope,
they faked it and threw it.
And incomplete.
That ball thrown low, intended for number 13, DeJaya Merriman. Oh, sorry, Amani Welch. I looked at number 12, not 13. So third down and 13.
Third down. Yep, and if AJ can get a stop here, it's definitely punt territory. So interested to see if they actually have a punter or you've got no choice. I'm sure someone can
Back
pick
to
a
throw.
ball.
Under pressure, he's going to get taken down. There's a host of volunteers there. He was finished by number 79.
It's Caden Langley and Hayden Williams on the sack.
Yeah, I couldn't
Fourth
see
down.
who got there first. There was a couple guys that made him push up into the pocket. Bryce Helms back deep.
Thanks, Helms.
Did I just say Bryce? Oh my gosh, I was talking to his dad this morning, joking around, or this afternoon, and
they punt it, and it's blocked, and punter grabs it out the air and is stopped. So big stop by AJ on special teams / defense. It looked like there's an odd punt formation.
I'm still shocked that I said Bryce. I'm sorry, Banks. I know who you are, Banks.
It's been gone for like 2 years.
I know. And there's another Helms coming up from the middle school. So I'll have another name I'll have to get incorrect. Which he may be in, is he in high school already? He is in high school. Yeah, I'm behind the times, guys. I'm sorry. Williams throws the screen
to Banks
Helms. And he squeezes through for the touchdown.
We'll get a replay on that play. Just looks
Good
like
job.
Volunteers on easy mode.
Good job, Banks.
On offense.
A wide receiver screen. He's in the slot there. Got some good
Great
blockers
blocking.
in front of him.
Hayden Williams. The block. Tavares Kelly looked like he had a nice block in there.
It's offense for Andrew Jackson and making it look early, easy early.
PAT was good. Make it 21-0.
Still here in the first quarter. These guys running the flags for Andrew Jackson going to get tired if they keep this pace up.
Well, they already lost a flag. Had an AJ one up in the front.
It's too much already.
So AJ to kick it away to Chesterfield.
Can't tell who's back deep.
And they let it bounce.
Oh,
and it goes out of bounds.
Man, that was close. If that ball stops in bounds and AJ recovers
Right,
it, that's their ball. He just kind of gave up and started walking away
He did that
from it.
earlier, and I thought that was not very smart. But it bounced it to the end zone. So, wondering if
His coach is going to talk to him right away. Well, it didn't look like he said much to him, so maybe not.
Yeah. At least be there to watch it and make sure.
That's right.
It's fine you don't pick it up. Just.
So Chesterfield will take over at the 35. They got Aiden Short in the backfield by himself.
Here
comes Bryce Adams, their quarterback. That's where I got the Bryce. That's what threw me off. I'm going to claim that.
And
Chesterfield takes their final timeout here in the first quarter. You mentioned our underwriters.
Founders Federal Credit Union, City of Lancaster, Craig Farm Historic Preservation Foundation, Comporium Communication, Kershaw House of Pizza, and Lancaster County Natural Gas Authority.
And speaking of Kershaw House of Pizza, owner Alan Sims just texted me an update of the North Central Buford game. North Central on top 14-0. Thank you, Alan.
Still in the quarterback formation. They can still run it with this, so I guess, passing formation isn't.
And they do.
Yep. That is short.
Gain of about 5.
Definitely wasn't a short gain.
That was a good one, Fletcher. Second down and 5. Ball's at the 40-yard line. Got 4 receivers in this formation. And they have movement. That 5 that they just got, they're going to give it back. Make it a second down and 10. Still a minute 46 to go here in the first quarter.
Yep, and looks like they're keeping Adams. Not sure if that's a permanent thing or just trying it out.
Adams takes a snap. He's looking to throw. He throws a quick slant, and that ball is tipped through his hands and incomplete.
That was through the hands of Imani Welch.
Make it third down.
Three right, one to the left. Adams drops back, passes, and went through hands of his receiver again.
Jaquavis Clark. Ball was intended for. It's going to bring up a fourth down. Are they going to go for it here?
Looks like a couple of these passes have been
On
to
target.
the receiver.
Yep.
And the receivers, even Clark, have not been able to hold on to it. So, not sure if they're going to go for it. Helms is deep, just in case they decide to punt it. And they throw it. And interception by Helms.
Banks with the interception.
Basically a punt.
And is he going to score?
No.
No, he gets pushed out of bounds. Where, about the 15?
I don't know, but that was essentially a punt. Right to the returner, and he ran it back.
Here's another look at that. And he just overthrew his man.
So, big game for AJ so far.
Yep. Banks.
And it's still the first quarter.
A touchdown catch and an interception in the same game. It's pretty good. That's Travis Hunter type stuff. AJ takes over at the 17. They fake it, they throw it, they got a wide open man. Is that Hayden?
Hayden Williams, touchdown. Makes it a 4-touchdown lead. Over a minute left in this quarter.
Still in the first quarter here. Here's another look at that play. And you got to be concerned about Trey. They fake the handoff to him. And the linebackers, everybody came up and left Hayden Williams wide open. Great play call right there.
Yep, and it seems AJ has relied a lot more on their passing game than we're used to seeing. Kick is good.
Kick is good.
Gonna shout out our underwriters: Founders Federal Credit Union, City of Lancaster, Craig Farm Historic Preservation Foundation, Comporium Communication, Kershaw House of Pizza, and Lancaster County Natural Gas Authority.
Thanks to all of our underwriters. Without them, we wouldn't be able to provide you with such glorious Friday night entertainment. And then basketball season, and we'll have some soccer, and there's volleyball games intermixed. So we get out and try to do as much. There's going to be a lot of, coming up towards the holiday season, you're going to see some dance showcases and chorus, and I think we'll have the band showcases coming up this Tuesday. We're going to be there and record it, so we'll have that posted on our YouTube page, so make sure you check that out. If you're interested in getting involved with Learn TV as an underwriter, you can email me at learn.tv@lcsd.k12.sc.us. That kick goes out of bounds, and Chesterfield will take over at the 35-yard line again.
No, not at the 35.
Oh,
he touched the ball first.
Sorry,
Yeah, and it bounced out of bounds.
Thanks for the correction, Fletcher. So another mistake kind of by Chesterfield there.
Yeah, there's don't seem to focus too much on special teams.
So they have it at the 13, 1st and 10. Bryce Adams in the shotgun, again, 4 receiver set. Got Aiden Short back there with him, gives it to Short, and runs into Trey Thompson. Stopped the momentum and then got some help to push him back.
Aiden Short with the carry for the Rams. Tackle by Houston Volunteers. That'll bring up second down.
Gain of 1 on the play would be 2nd down and 9. Again, same formation for receivers. Looking to pass, they got one.
Yep.
That ball got fumbled but recovered by Chesterfield.
Be a first down.
Jaquavis Clark with the catch. Fumble and recovery.
Yeah, it seems one of Chesterfield's issues on offense is they have a hands issue. Can't really get the ball, and when they get it, haven't held on to it on special teams and on offense. So just got to get that worked out.
Got an injured player down for Andrew Jackson. We're going to take a timeout with them. We'll be back here watching high school football here on Learn TV. All right, and welcome back to High School Football on Learn TV. TJ Armbrust here with Fletcher Armbrust. We had a short injury timeout, had a volunteer down. He's up and walking off the field, which is always good to see. 17.1 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Andrew Jackson on top of Chesterfield, 28-0. Got a first down and 10 from the 27.
Just a couple seconds left in the first quarter.
And they give it to the first man up the middle and gets taken down pretty quickly. Gain of a couple. Will Gordon on the carry.
And that's the end of the first quarter.
And we will be back with some second quarter action. You're watching high school football right here on Learn TV. All right, and welcome back to high school football right here on Learn TV. TJ Armbrust, joined by Fletcher Armbrust. We are starting the second quarter. Andrew Jackson on top of Chesterfield, 28-0. Chesterfield with the ball, second down and 10.
Adams passed deep.
He's got a man.
Overthrew him.
Yeah, he was open, though. Jaquavis Clark.
That'll bring up third down.
Yeah, and it's been a while since we've seen that running formation,
Yep.
as we've called it. Maybe this adds more room for versatility, you know, with the passing and running game compared to the running formation.
Yeah, it was looked successful. Been more successful than that we've seen, I guess, this formation be.
Yeah.
But this is a more dangerous one in terms of passing the ball, obviously.
Yeah. Don't exactly know what to expect every possession.
3rd down and 10. Adams throws it out short and tackled immediately. A fumble. Picked up. Who's that? Number
That's
7?
Gaddy. And we'll get a replay on that.
So short play. Great play by, that's Fair.
And picked it up, ran it right back.
Good looking play. Good hard wrap-up tackle by Jace Fair there, which knocked the ball loose.
After a conversation, the touchdown stands.
Kurt Thomas Horton set to kick extra point.
And it is good. Make it 35-0 very early in the second quarter.
I'll be honest with you, I expected Andrew Jackson probably should win this game. But from what I've seen so far, I didn't expect them to dominate quite like they have so far.
Yeah. Yeah, they haven't seemed to really have any issue doing anything.
Yeah. Sure that they missed a couple passes, that one was dropped and one was just overthrown maybe a little bit early on. But since then, it's been automatic.
Yep, and after those 2 incompletions was a long touchdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't relied on the run game, too, which is interesting.
Only one drive. They really needed it. It was three plays, 85 yards.
Right. Obviously, the run game helps out with the passing game, especially if you have a good run game. And
that threat, the threat of the run. Just
kickoff goes out of bounds.
Chesterfield will take over at the 35-yard line. Now, if you're Chesterfield, Fletcher, what would you do here? Would you go back to the running Wildcat here, or would you stay and spread them out and try to throw the ball?
I'd go back to what's been working the best, and that has been the Wildcat. What would you do?
I think you're right. I think I would go back to the Wildcat, which they were able to pick up some first downs and move the ball pretty decently that way down the field. And
yeah, the issue with that is they just weren't able to convert on 4th down, but instead of being like a turnover, like we've seen with the 2 mainly passing running drives.
They run this one straight up the gut, pick up about 4. Will Gordon with the carry. Second down and 6. Ball's at the 39-yard line.
And
they had movement on the offensive side. I think that left tackle moved.
Looks like the refs called for offsides. Yeah, offsides.
Huh.
I saw 2 volunteers jump, and I also saw one of the Chesterfield players jump right across from each other. So.
Huh.
Looked like Chesterfield.
Must have been offsides before the movement on the offensive line.
Looked like Chesterfield jumped because of Andrew Jackson. So I think that might be the right
Second down
call.
and 1. They give it straight up the middle. He's got some space to run. Gets to the outside.
And tackled from behind.
Good pickup by Will Gordon. Now we said to go to Wildcat because they are able to run the ball better, and they split them out and able to run pretty well. They give it again up the middle. Tackled pretty quickly this time. Pick up of a yard or so.
Game around 1 on the play. I'll bring up 2nd down.
Adams.
The ball is picked off.
Intercepted.
Who is that?
That looks like Hornsby. Pick 6.
I told Caden Hornsby that he would get a pick 6 when I saw him at the game on Thursday. And he laughed at me. And I said, watch, you get a pick 6. He said, I'm going to look up and point up at the press box. I don't think he'll do it, but.
Yeah, that was a very nice play, as we just saw at the replay. Just seeing the issues with Chesterfield tipping the ball, not being able to hold on, and it just fell right into his hands and had perfect blocking.
That is hilarious.
The extra point is good. The lead is extended to 42 points.
This game is very quickly not much of a game. So Chesterfield, another mistake, another Andrew Jackson touchdown. Yep. They haven't had many sustained drives, anything long. Chesterfield's had a couple, but Andrew Jackson hasn't. They haven't had to.
That's because they've been able to score so quickly and easily. Chesterfield takes it.
Ooh.
And stopped in his tracks.
Ooh.
Gordon on return for the Rams.
Chesterfield will take over. You think they go back to Wildcat?
I mean,
at this point, they definitely should. But, I mean, I don't know if they will.
If you're ever watching on Facebook and you see any of those ads that pop up and say, here, click here to watch the whole game, don't do it, because you're already watching the whole game, guys, on Learn TV.
Yep. And Adams is in, so not going with Wildcat.
Rolling out to his left. He throws it out there, has a man caught, tackled by, is that Hornsby with the tackle? Yep.
That was Jaquavis Clark with the completion, or with the catch.
If I told you that Andrew Jackson would be up 42-0 and Trey would have touched the ball 3 times, what would you say?
I'd probably say their defense is playing very well.
I guess so. Misdirection play. Is that Hornsby again?
Yep. I'd also probably assume their special teams had a return or two, but
They haven't really had a special
No.
teams return, but they've had that defense is
Right.
that defense is playing tonight.
And it's setting them up in big positions.
3rd down and 8
Yep.
for the Rams.
Feels like it's been a while since we've seen this Andrew Jackson offense.
You're right.
Five wide.
Oh,
He got away.
he does get away.
Not again.
Oh,
Ooh.
is that Michael Henson? Nope.
No, that's
That's
Caden
79.
Langley.
But I think he grabbed his face mask. Yeah. He grabbed the face mask to take him down.
Yeah.
So that'll be a 15-yard penalty, be enough to pick up the first down.
It's not exactly, if you're Chesterfield, what you want to rely on for a touchdown, or not for a first down, but you'll definitely take it when it comes. But you don't want that to be your only source of offense.
So the ball goes to the 39-yard line, 1st and 10 for Chesterfield. Again, looking to throw the quick
And-
slant. Oh,
oh.
almost intercepted. Who was that?
That's Cam McGill. I quite frankly, I don't understand why they're still passing the ball. It has not been working.
It has been rough. Yeah, I would agree with that.
There has been 2 interceptions and 1 fumble returned on a pass play. I just feel like they need to,
Try something different.
or just either go back to Wildcat or just stick with the running. But when that happens, you're not really sure what to do when Hayden Williams tackles you in the backfield.
Yeah, and this defense is getting stronger and stronger. You know, you get a couple turnovers and you make it like everybody starts feeling like I can do it now, and
Yeah.
it just ups the level of everybody. Northwestern on top of Indian now, 35-0. Still Lancaster on top of South Point, 8-0. And North Central, from what I see, is 20-0. Alan, if you're listening and you have a different score, let me know. Chester on top of Central, 21-7.
And
So-
incomplete through the hands of 2 receivers. Or definitely through 1, close to 2.
Bring up a 4th down and 12.
Yep. And based on what we've seen, they might go for it, which would, I mean, I don't know if they have a punter, but might try to kick the ball away right here.
They don't have a timeout.
No. They have punted it earlier. They punted it once, but it was blocked. So it looked like they're gonna go for it.
Adams looking to throw. He throws it deep. There's a couple people out there. It's
And
going out of bounds.
Yep, incomplete.
And Andrew
Volunteers.
Jackson offense, who I feel like you're right, we haven't really seen them tonight.
Yeah. Take over at the 37.
They've had one drive that they had to go a good distance, and that was
85.
the
when
85
Trey
yards.
broke 1,000.
Yep.
They had the short drive after the Banks Helms interception, and then the opening drive where they threw that long touchdown pass.
Ball to begin the next drive at the Rams 37-yard line.
Number 17 on the carry, Brandon Elder.
Elder on the carry for the ball. Gain of 1 on the play. I'll bring up 2nd down.
And Trey goes into the game. Think they'll run it here?
Nope.
Nope. And wide.
Oh.
Peterson was wide open.
He was running before he caught that ball. He saw
He
nothing
saw-
in front of him.
He saw 6 before he caught it.
They give this one to Trey up the middle. And he picks up 5 or 6.
Trey Thompson carries the ball.
6-yard carry.
Fourth down for Volunteers.
And I'd say go for it here. You're up 42-0. Why not?
It should be. Is it 4th down? I thought it would be. Is that right?
Yeah, it's 4th down.
Okay.
Because they had that run, the run on
That's
first
right.
down, and then the incompletion.
That's right. I forgot about that first one. They give it to Trey. He's got room, cuts back inside.
And he got it.
Down to the 25. It's enough for a first down.
Trey Thompson with the carry. That's enough for a Volunteer. First down.
And he's down. Goes off to the sideline.
Johnson and Hubbard on stop for the Rams.
Williams takes a snap. They give this one.
Elder, and
he almost had that one.
Yeah.
That'd be enough for another Volunteer. First down.
Ball down to the, where are they, the 12, 11?
12.
So they can get another first down here. Elder still in it, running back. They give it to him.
Ooh, big hit.
Picked up a couple on the play.
Volunteers. Hubbard on stop for the Rams. Second down for the ball.
Second 8. Andrew Jackson, I think, still has all 3 of their timeouts. Williams takes it. They pitch it out to Elder.
Yep.
Trying to get the outside cuts in.
And
Gets taken down about the 3. It's going to be close to a first down. Third down and very short.
So they can still get a first down on this drive before a touchdown, looks like. So not 3rd and goal, but pretty close. And hand it off to Elder.
He's pushing to the goal line to get those big guys behind him. Do they push him in? They're going to call his. He was in the end zone. They called it early, I think. Down at the 1-yard line, it's going to be 1st and goal from the 1.
Yep. Probably do the exact same thing you just did.
Elder stopped just short of the goal line, but it is enough for a Volunteer first down.
See if they put Brady under the center. Just follow him.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think.
Nope. Going to give it to Elder.
It's a high snap, and he takes it in for a touchdown.
Brandon Elder.
That'll make it 48-0 in the first half.
Still minute 40 to go here before halftime.
Usually with games like these, though, you don't see quite as much scoring in the second half. Usually tone it down a little bit because there's no point, really. The extra point is good.
Thomas Horton with another extra point.
7 for 7 on the night.
And we'll see a heavy dose here, especially in the second half, of maybe a lot more guys that don't get to play quite as much, sprinkled in with a lot that do.
Williams Electrical for all your electrical needs. Founders Federal Credit Union. Relax, you're with Founders. Comporium makes it easy.
So obviously a good-looking game so far from Andrew Jackson. And as you said, we haven't really seen their offense do a whole lot or need to do a whole lot. Their defense has just been so dominant.
That was definitely the longest drive as far as time, not necessarily field.
This ball taken about the 12. And
tripped up and goes down.
About the 22. Minute to go for Chesterfield. You think they still going to throw it around, Fletch?
I mean, if they're trying to score, which I think they probably will, I'd say, yeah, throw it. You know, just because that's the most reliable way, not sure for team-by-team basis, but most reliable way to score in the shortest amount of time.
Allen did let me know it is 20-0 still. North Central over Buford.
This clock has run down a lot. So not a lot of time.
And they're looking to throw. They throw it to the outside. Man catches it. He's going to go down in bounds. And that's going to run down the clock.
That was Imani Welsh.
And that's going to be it for the first half. Andrew Jackson on top of Chesterfield, 49-0. We'll be back with some second half action. You're watching high school football right here on Learn TV. All right, and welcome back to high school football here on Learn TV. TJ Armbrust along with Fletcher Armbrust. Andrew Jackson set to get the ball here after the half on top, 49-0 on the Chesterfield Golden Rams. Been quite the first half for Andrew Jackson. They could really do no wrong, right?
I mean, besides the occasional incompletion or like 2-yard gain, correct, they could do no wrong.
Yeah, it was a pretty, if you're an Andrew Jackson fan, pretty good game.
Yep. But they're going to do a running clock.
I would imagine.
I assume for the second half. They did it towards the end of the first. So
short kick out of bounds. Andrew Jackson take over at the 35, or if it went out somewhere past that where it went out. So they're going to get it closer to the 40. Yeah,
yep.
38. A couple updates. Northwestern on top of Indianland 35-7. Lancaster still on top of South Point 8-0 in the third quarter of that game. And North Central on top of Buford 20-0. And Cheraw beating Central 35-7.
So good to see Trey Thompson back out there at
Yep.
running back. Looked
Yep.
a little banged up, but he looks fine. Yeah, again, this offense hasn't had to do much. I mean, it's been easy when they have had to do it. But their defense has just put them in easy positions and scored on their own. And, oh my gosh.
There's a flag down, though.
Oh. But that's Daniel Johnson Caples.
But I think it's gonna come back.
Yeah.
Another good play call, though, for Andrew Jackson. Calling a hold. So since it's downfield, I think, is that a spot foul? So it's 10 yards back from the spot, which is at the 40, which would move the ball to the 50, if I'm correct, and it'll be first down and 4.
So, kind of a game.
Not a touchdown, though,
Right.
as it was supposed to be.
So, guess a loss. I don't know.
So it's a first down and 4. Oh, they're making it even shorter. They were at the 38. So after that 10 yards, it should be a first down. Thank you. Yes. So they moved it down. So it would be first and 10.
First and 10.
Yeah, because the chains had already moved, so that confused me. All right, whatever. first and 4 or 3, or they give it to Trey.
Doesn't matter. It's a first and 10 now.
He gets it up to about the 45-yard line.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure with that carry, should be close to over 100 yards.
That's enough for a volunteer, first round.
So it looks like the backup quarterback's in, Dallas Vick.
Vic takes the snap.
And backup running back, and he's
Is that Elder? Elder
yep,
gains about a yard on the play.
yep, not much.
Second and 9 to the ball.
Ball's at the 44-yard line. Vic takes the snap, gives it to Elder, trying to get to the edge, cuts back. There is
There's
another
a flag.
flag.
Elder on the carry.
That's an area of holding.
However, there's a flag on the play. Holding called against Volunteers.
That'll back them up 10. Make this second down a little bit more difficult. Make it a second down and 20. Again, Vic takes the snap, throws it out.
And it's caught by Peterson.
Makes one man miss, another one. And
still going.
He's going to pick up a first down. Good looking run.
Looked like he had a first down, went back, and then got the first down again.
Ball moves into Chesterfield territory to the 43. Brings up a third down and 9, we'll call it.
Third and 9.
Vic a little bit different because he's left-handed, so that ball comes in a little bit different for those receivers. He throws it deep. Peterson out there.
And just underthrew him a little bit.
Yeah, good-looking ball, though.
Yeah, that was good defense to knock the ball away.
Peterson looked like he may have had a step.
So, looks like AJ's going to punt.
Be their first punt of the day.
Yeah, probably first drive that doesn't end in a touchdown
I think
of the day.
I think you're right.
Because they didn't have it at the end of the half, so.
Correct. Nobody back deep for Chesterfield. Looks like they may be coming after this one.
Should fake it.
High kick.
Just make sure it doesn't.
Picked up at about the 15-yard line.
Yep. Looks like it almost hit one of the AJ people off the bounce.
He could have just caught it and been down there, but I think he wanted to let it bounce to see if it bounced towards the end zone.
But yeah, a lot. This quarter has already seemed to go by much quicker. In the previous, just because the running clock with all the passing and out of bounds. So you think we'll see any Wildcat in the second half?
I don't.
Yeah,
I think that
they went away from it.
Yeah. They run up the middle, short gain. Pickup of maybe 2. Ball's at the 17-yard line. Out route, caught, and made first guy miss, but got taken down by the next 2. Going to be short.
That catch was made by Imani Welch.
Be third down about 4.
So at this point, if they don't convert, you think they go for it again? Because we saw that all first half.
Here's our Wildcat.
Oh.
After we said maybe we've seen the end of the Wildcat, they bring it out and pick up a first down.
Yeah. Want to get the ball into Clark's hands without having to throw it, risk of an interception or something like that.
Moves it up to the 29-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Rams, staying in the Wildcat. Clark takes this one, running off to the right side, and looks like he's going to get grabbed by.
There's a helmet on the ground. Looks like a Chesterfield helmet.
Second down and 9. .446 and counting in the third quarter. It's been a fast third quarter when the clock's running.
Back out of the Wildcat.
Adams takes a snap. He's looking to throw. Throws down the
And
middle. Oh,
Hornsby
almost had another one.
Adams pass ball is incomplete. Gonna bring a third down for the Rams.
Third and 9. Adams takes the snap. He's looking off to his right.
And
He
he
fumbles the
just
ball.
dropped
He
it.
just dropped it. Recovered by Andrew Jackson. Who was that? 60.
Marshall Dees.
Marshall Dees, 62.
He was just right place, right time.
That's right. He just dropped it.
Yep. Can't run without the ball.
But another turnover by Chesterfield. Really, that's been their downfall. Like, they've been able to move
Fourth.
the ball every once in a while, but they turned it over in terrible situations each time.
That's their fourth.
Giving
I
Andrew
believe.
Jackson a short field, or they scored on the one.
Yeah, 2 of them were scores,
Yep.
and 2 of them were.
That's right.
I guess they're not technically in the red zone, but they're at the 21. So, very short field.
Elder runs hard. Looked like he got hit early and spun out of it, kept those legs churning, and picked up some more yardage. Pick up of about 4.
Elder would pick up around 4 yards on the play.
Second down and 6. Ball's at the 17-yard line.
There comes to a point where the lead is just so big, like you don't even have the momentum anymore because everyone already feels like it's over.
Vic throws the out route. That ball's caught. And
Still trying to.
still
Score.
moving forward.
Yep.
Great.
Spun
job.
around twice.
Who was that? Number 10, Jaden Johnson.
Jakevius Johnson.
Oh, I'm looking at Chesterfield. Sorry.
Close
Jakevius.
enough.
Vic gives this one to Elder.
Can't
Elder,
quite score.
I think, gets just inside the 5, down to the 4. So it'll be second down and goal from the 4. See if Vic uses his legs here at all. Nope, they give it to Elder, and he's running off the left side for a touchdown.
They get 55-0.
Here's another look at that. Looked like he was going to go to the right and just cut back to the left. Followed. There's Marshall Deese right there with a good block. And number 52, who's that? Matt Mothershed with a good kick-out block. Extra point is up. And it is good. 8 for 8 for Kurt Thomas Horton. Again, one more time mentioning some score updates here. It's still Northwestern on top of Indialand 35-7. Lancaster and South Point now tied 8-8. And North Central and Buford still 20-0. And Cheraw and Central 35-7. Cheraw on top. And here's the kickoff. Taken at the 9. And, oh, he wanted to make a cut and stopped. And
That was Banks Helms.
Banks Helms. Chesterfield take over at the 21-yard line. And we'll be set to see their offensive possession. After these short breaks, we'll be back with some fourth quarter action. You're watching high school football right here on Learn TV. And welcome back to high school football. Learn TV. TJ Armbrust with Fletcher Armbrust starting the fourth quarter. Chesterfield with the ball. They throw the out pass. It's caught by the running back, taken down about the 25-yard line. Andrew Jackson on top.
Nice
in
tackle
this game.
by Jace Fair.
56-0. It's been all Andrew Jackson tonight. Second down and 4. Adams gives it to his running back up the middle, and he's going to get tackled after a gain of about a yard. Looks like Caden Hornsby with another tackle. Third down and 4. Adams has got Will Gordon back there with him. He gives it to Gordon, running off on the right-hand side. He's got some room to run out there. Plenty of yards for a first down, gain of about 20, down to the 45-yard line. Tackle was by Rashawn Gaither.
First and 10 to the Rams, they're on 45-yard line.
And another good running play for Chesterfield. They get the ball into Jaquavis Clark's hands on the little wide receiver pitch and picks up 7. So make it second down and short. They fake this one and they give it to Gordon, and
Fake no one.
didn't fake out Caden Hornsby or Jace Fair. Bring up third down and 5. Ball's just barely touching the 50-yard line. Not quite into Andrew Jackson territory right now. And I think we're going to get a timeout. We'll take this time to mention our underwriters.
Founders Federal Credit Union, City of Lancaster, Craig Farm Historic Preservation Foundation, Comporium Communication, Kershaw House of Pizza, and Lancaster County Natural Gas Authority.
Another update. Looks like South Point's gone on top of Lancaster, now 15-8. See if the Bruins can get another score and get themselves back on top in this game. Everything else from where I've seen sits the same. All right, Fletcher, third and 5. If you're the Golden Rams here, what do you do?
I'd probably run it. And then on 4th down, if I don't get any yards, then I'd throw it. But they throw it, and it's almost intercepted by Gaither.
So 4th and 5. Again,
Probably throw it again. That's what I'm guessing.
trying to see if they could get him to jump. They're going to call another timeout. Talk about it again.
Is that their second?
Yep. Andrew Jackson. I don't know if they called the timeout tonight. I don't think they have.
Williams Electrical for all your electrical needs. Founders Federal Credit Union. Relax, you're with Founders. Comporium makes it easier.
So a couple things that I think before Trey went out, I think he went just over 100 yards. So I can't remember how many games in a row now he's had over 100 yards. He didn't have many carries tonight. He only had 4 or 5 carries, but he still got over 100 on the night. Maybe 6 carries. See if this defense can get another stop here, give their offense the ball back, and maybe we can run out this clock. Call it a night. What do you think?
Sounds like a plan.
This defense got to do its job first. Double pitch. That ball's on the floor.
And
recovered.
it's number 6? Number
5 or 6.
Number 5.
Who got that one? Who picked up that one?
Looks like there are 2 people right there.
Number 79.
Caden Langley.
Caden Langley. So they got the stop, but in the term of a turnover, and see if this offense can run this ball down and finish it. Under 7 minutes to go. Vic still back there at quarterback. Eldred's going to double Trey's carries tonight. You don't see that very often. Vic's going to keep this one. Cuts back inside. Another good cut. Uh-oh.
And he
fumbled it. And looks like it's going to be recovered by Andrew Jackson. Trying to make a big play. You see that end zone and you get a little bit happy. Good job by Chesterfield. Get their hand on the football and knock it out. And heads up by that offense to dive on the ball. Number 19 back there to run. Is that Jace?
Yep, Jace Fair.
He played running back. We saw him a little bit last year. Run the ball a few times. Didn't Jace play running back last year a little bit? Had to. There he goes, running hard. Had to check with Delmar Patterson, make sure I wasn't crazy. Good run for him. Pick up about 8.
Pick up 7 on the play. And bring up 2nd down for the ball.
Now they got number 22 back there, K. Jackson. And K. Jackson with the carry.
K. Jackson on the carry for the Volunteers. Gain of 1 on the play. Bring up 3rd and short for the ball.
Be 3rd down and short. Two receivers split to the right, 1 to the left. Vic's got Fair back there with him. They give it to Jace. Cuts back inside, and he's still running to the outside. Is he going to score? He's right at the end zone.
Looks like
they're
he
going to call
got
him
in.
down. They're going to call him down just short.
At the 1. Yep. Going to shout out our player of the game, number 9, Caden Hornsby.
Had quite a night on defense, really. He was all over the place. He got that pick 6, which was a big score in the middle of the game, and really could have went to multiple players, but I think he probably was at least defensively in there and the most consistent. And there's Trey right there with him too. Had a good game. So Caden Hornsby's our player of the game tonight. Congratulations to him, and really all the volunteers. They all had a great game tonight.
Can make a case for about 5 other players.
That's right.
Yeah, and that makes sense when you score
56
points, yeah. 8 touchdowns.
They give this one to Fair. He's going to get tackled before he gets in, down to the 1. Which really, in this situation, isn't a big deal. I mean, obviously, because you're up big, but it also runs down another 40 seconds off the clock. Make it a 2nd and goal from the 2.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of different volunteers scoring today.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you all of them.
See, I'll give it a try. So, Banks Helms.
Yep.
Had a screen pass of some sort.
Yep.
Tyree Getty had the fumble recovery.
Okay.
Isaac Blackman Wilson had the long touchdown
catch. Yep.
Caden Hornsby with the pick 6.
Yep.
Brandon Elder with 2 touchdowns.
Did he have 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Trey.
Yep. That's 8. Or that's 7.
That's 7. And Hayden Williams. Did I say him?
Yep. No, you didn't. That's 8.
That's 8.
Good job.
And there's
maybe going to get to one more.
Yep.
3rd down and goal. Again, they were tackled short. Do they score here, you think?
I would say
Is he going to kneel on it? He's going to
I'd
kneel
say
on it.
no. Yeah.
And then you just run it out here. You take a 5-yard penalty after your 45 seconds. Let them come on, kneel on the ball, and call it a ball game. Going to mention our crew tonight.
Field Operations Manager and on camera, Quentin Thomas. Operations Manager and switching, Jonathan Stevens. Executive Producer and in the booth, TJ Armbrust. Executive Producer and on camera, Paul McKenzie. And I'm Fletcher Armbrust. In the booth.
In the booth. So they're going to take a delay game here. They should just let it run out. And that's what they're going to do. That's the right call there. You don't need to do that. Nobody wants to. So great job by Andrew Jackson. They look good in all facets of the game tonight. So we have a 56-0 game. We are going to be in Lancaster next week, next Friday, seeing the Bruins take on Catawba Ridge. One last update here. See if we can. Bruins, no updates on their score.
Buford looks like, was it still the same?
Stallions up 22-8 now. Buford still up, down 20-0, and no update on the Indian Land Northwestern game. So we'll be back next week. Thanks for watching this week. You're watching high school football right here on Learn TV.